You know, there's not that many spots for the guys from the rest of the world, as we know. We know how difficult it is over there. We talk about weekend league, how long it takes them to play games. You know, the opportunities that they may not have had before. Move on 12 months. We've had the E-League over there, which Marcus was part of and did it, really well there. He has been, and Honey Badger, and a few other guys have been like
permanent fixtures in the international sort of field of FIFA. Any single event, it seems as though Marcus, Honey Badger, these guys are always qualifying and always representing that region, that ANZ region, so well each and every time. We had Footwiz Jamie over here this time. Unfortunately, it went 0-3, but still came across very respectful to every single person he played against. Super nice guy and made a good impression among everybody here.
And of course, on the other side of that, you've got Proownez, who a lot of people would have known as a YouTuber, you would say 12 months ago. Move on 12 months again.
850,000 subscribers.
He's a pro player now. He's playing, obviously, got picked up by Stark Esports now, part of the Focus clan now. Recently just picked himself up an Audi as well, as part of his sponsorship there as well. Not too bad for some players. And it's safe to say he's adapted to FIFA 19 and he's playing really well on the Xbox side of things.
Yeah, he is a fantastic player. We saw him a couple of times last year. I think we saw him at the Blink Esports Cup, if my memory serves correctly, and also at the Draft Story Cup. A couple of different occasions saw him on LAN last year, but this is a massive, massive event for him and the biggest event of his career thus far, and he's taken it with both hands. Both of these players have.
It was fantastic to see as well. He did go 4-1, Richard, in a Swiss-style format there. Really well done to him on that. Then beat Henzo, some would know as Kai from FC Nürnberg, in that round of 16.
I think both players went 4-1.
Yeah, they did indeed. Marcus nearly went 5-0. Had to play goal machine, Richard, in
the
that last
final game. Yeah.
Otherwise, he could have went 5-0. And, you know, a lot of people, again, we'll talk about this whole scenario about is the rest of the world region as good. Safe to say, Honey Badger, he made the grand final last year.
Marcus Gomes beat Gorilla 7-2 in Swiss.
Results like that don't just,
they don't
happen all the time. There's a finesse from distance for him.
That's not a fluke.
No, not at all. And you cannot take anything away from Marcus Gomes. He has played some incredible FIFA across these 2 days we've seen so far. Could he go to day 3? We shall see across 2 legs. Proownez, though, again, he's coming from that German region, and at the moment, he is the only German left in the competition. Kevin Assia, he went out. Remember, as I said, 10 Germans were left in the competition today in the knockout stage. At the moment, there's 1 left, and I'm sure they'll all be supporting Proownez right now. And then the rest of the world, we know how big that scene is, and the guys in the Twitch chat will be just spearing Marcus on to get this result. Of course, part of that City group as he comes forward now with Hullet.
I'll be very interested to see. We saw Marcus a couple of occasions last year playing. He plays a very slow possession style based of FIFA. Has he changed that this year? Is he more aggressive this year with the way that he plays? I'll be very interested to see. I've not had a chance to watch him this weekend in Bucharest. This is the first occasion that I've had the opportunity to watch Marcus Gomes in action. So I'm very, very interested to see him underway here in this quarter.
Well, at the time, I gave him a little watch yesterday after I finished up commentating, and I watched that last game when he played against Goal Machine, and even though he was like 4-2 down at one point. Every single goal he scored, it was a big let's go. Of course, we won't pick up on the webcam, but I'm sure you can see him celebrating if he does score. A very passionate guy, and his brother Dylan. They're in like the best household there. Like, they've got a brother and a brother, both play competitive FIFA. So one at Footwiz, one at Melbourne, and that's like the best sparring partner you can have there, can't you, and your brother?
Yeah, 100%. Also, he's very respected among that sort of Australian, New Zealand region as well. A lot of people wanting him to do very well. It's almost like a communal vibe. If you've got 1 person, 2 people here, I know Jamie and Marcus Gomes both came to this event in Bucharest and everybody was behind him. No matter if he's knocked you out in a tournament before, whether he beat you in the E-League, anything, you want to see him do well and represent that nation, that complete region with 100% honour, pride, and put some real respect on that region.
Sure, indeed, and the region that everyone talks about as well, well, not the region, sorry, the country. That's a penalty. That's a little bit naughty there. Proownez is in shock, thinking, what have I done there? Unfortunately, Maldini has given away a penalty there.
He looks shocked, Proownez.
And what a chance. Sometimes tournament football, it can go that way sometimes. You get that one chance. The question is, do not fluff your lines on the big stage, Marcus Gomes. Your saviour to step up now with a huge chance in this first leg. Which way will he go? Goes left and he scores.
Good penalty down to that left-hand side. Looked like it was going wide for a couple of seconds, but he just tucked it in at the last minute. And Eusebio breaks the deadlock for Marcus. Must be a little bit chilly in here because he's still wearing his coat.
As I said, do not write off Proownez. We can sit there and talk how good he is. He's had an internet sensation as well. His YouTube channel is booming, as we mentioned. And, of course, he must be doing something right to get picked up by Stark Esports and get picked up by the Focus clan. Yeah,
big organisation over there in Germany, and only real good players getting picked up by that Stark Esports banner. I believe Stylo is also part of that Focus clan roster as well, one of the real big hitters over there. We were speaking to Victor from Stark earlier today. He said, I asked him, are you confident coming into today? Look, today's a brand new day. You don't know what you might get. Obviously, we want all this players to do very well, but I think Proownez has got a really good opportunity to go far in this tournament, and his words were correct.
Exactly, and he can put a marker down and say, you know what? It's very difficult to be seen as one of the best German players in this region. We know that they've got the virtual Bundesliga. We know they had the ESL German Championship over there. And those are the kind of tournaments that are a statement on the rebound. What a save from Gatois. Are both players using Gatois in goal? I believe they are. I want to say they are. I'm confident that 6'6", Thibaut Courtois. And it's the first time, really, that I've seen him.
Seen a couple of Courtois knocking about throughout the tournament. We've seen a couple of Van der Sars as well, mainly Neuer or David De Gea.
Is it that extra height that can offer you something? Like, say if you can move the keeper, right? On the finesses, does it offer anything else, that extra height? Or
I've seen the negatives to Courtois seem to be that he makes mistakes. He makes a couple of mistakes that you can't really justify having in goal in such an important position. Lovely little spin there from Proownez to try and get away from him, but good defending from Marcus Gomes. And now he's got that lead. Expect him to keep possession like we know he can.
He's always been known as well. We have to mention Proownez. He's a bit of a skiller. He's got a bit of flair to his game that we've seen. I just want to say, if the F2 Techs played against Proownez, I'm pretty sure they're the qualifier against each other. Or
they played in this tournament as well in Swiss style.
Or a game, and I can imagine in that game there was skills flying about. I believe, obviously, that was an incredible game between the two.
I think Proownez did come out on top, 5-2, I believe, or 5-3.
All that matters right now is they're both in the exact same position in this tournament. And if F2 Techs wins and Proownez wins, they'll play against each other again. That's just how sometimes the tournament brackets can go. But he's going to have to get himself a goal back. Added time to come 3 minutes in this first leg out of the two. And we're in the final stretch of day 2 here in Bucharest for the Foot Champions Cup for the month of November.
Yeah, Texi's underway as well in an all-British affair. Up against Lyrics.
It's to the back. Can he finesse? Just a little touch.
Bounced off R9.
It's one of those ones, isn't it? Your player's there in the wrong area. You don't mean it to hit them, and you can just see Proownez's facial reaction there, just saying,
is he offside? Yeah, miles off.
Just get out of the way. Just get out of the way. He's shaking his head, saying, why is he in that position? And surely we'll be going to half-time. And if you're Marcus Gomes right now, you're thinking, right, that's a quarter of this tie down. And, I'm winning it. You talk about, as you say, Richard, about breaking the game into stages. He's through. What's happened here? Ronaldo on the finesse, all the way through. Look at Proownez. He's like, ref, what are you doing? Why have you not blown up?
Yeah, the ball, it pinged it probably 40 to 60, 70 yards down the field. And Courtois come out to collect it. He's completely just gone, you know what, I don't actually fancy that.
I'm not fancying it at all. But you have to remember that this is a new addition in the game this year. This added time way, the new added time feature that last year, we didn't see the time. We did not see the added time of 2 minutes. Now we see it counting down. And if you are on an attack, or, for example, a very long goal kick, occasionally the time will play on.
Yeah, and it just gives you another reason to, another excuse. Yeah. You see Neymar coming on there for Johan Cruyff. No surprise, Marcus Gomes with that 4-2-3-1, that trusty 4-2-3-1 that he does like to use so often. I remember last year when you had the sliders, he used to have his team width on about 15. Get a nice narrow formation.
Here we go. Finesse! Marcus Gomes! He's turning it on when he needs to. The man from down under, here in Bucharest. And still, you have to say, dominating right now. 2-0 up in this game. A lot of people would have, written him off come into this tournament.
Let's be honest, a lot of people wouldn't have said for him to get out of Swiss style. He's got out of Swiss style.
And he's just making
dominantly
a mark for this rest of the world scene time and time again. It was Honey Badger who did it all the way through to the FIFA E-World Cup final. Maybe this time Marcus Gomes is going to be there every single step of the way. Marcus Gomes did get to the FIFA E-World Cup playoffs as well, it has to be said, in Amsterdam. You know, those players are fantastic at the end of the day.
He went 4-1 in Swiss. He beat AGGE the last kick of the game. Maybe that was a sort of belief, but also release of tension that he needed. Look, I'm not invincible. I have to really switch on and start from the minute go. He lost the first leg 2-0. He won the second leg 3-0, winning 3-2 overall over the course of the 2 legs. Right now, he's coming to this game in this first leg absolutely on fire as Marcus. 2-0 up inside 54 minutes, and he's looking very, very good.
One game at a time, as you said, and when you beat the list of players that he has to get to this stage right now. He's played against people we would have never matched up against before, as we know, playing at home in your region. He's played against someone from the Americas region in AGGE, beating him in the knockouts. He's up against a European right now in Proownez. I'm not saying this is going to be the end of the game, but 2-0 up in the first leg. Proownez, we need to turn it on a little bit here, because otherwise this could be you crashing out the tournament. Yeah,
who'd have thought that we'd be going into the semi-finals potentially without one German player among 8 players.
The 16 that turned up in Bucharest on Friday. Quarter of the players were from Germany, Richard. That's all you need to say there. And I know they'll be supporting Proownez right now and watching this stream and saying, come on, pull out the bag. At the moment, your only hope to continue pushing this German scene forward in this tournament. And Marcus Gomes comes forward once again. He's done well. Pele, play it back across, goes for a chip. Courtois will punch it back out.
It's the sort of thing with Courtois, though. You're asking questions. Why on earth are you punching that? Just catch the ball. You're 6'6". You're an absolute giant in goal.
One of the tallest keepers in the game as well. Vieira. Back to Hullet now. Just a chance to restart the play for Proownez. He's offside there on the far right-hand side. I believe that was Eusebio making the run for him. You know, you have to look back and say maybe it's the break that hasn't helped Proownez, or everyone has a different preference or an excuse you could say of why they're not turned on. Here we go. It's a chance for Proownez. Can he play it? What a tackle. Penalty. No, it's not a great tackle. That's dangerous. Blanc. He could be off.
It's not a card.
It's going to be just warm there completely. I think Proownez is saying, can we have the red card there, please? Silly from Marcus Gomes there. Something like that just changes the game around.
It did look like he got the ball. He did get the ball.
Maybe the man came with it.
He went man then ball.
That looked like...
In Barnsley, that's a good tackle.
That looked like he did get the ball. That was a very controversial decision. Saved anyway.
Saved regardless.
You could say that was probably the best scenario to happen there for the penalty to be missed completely. Huge save from Marcus Gomes. After, you could say, being quite unlucky there. Very unfortunate there with the decision. But he saved it, so it's all square. It's all 2-0 still. Proownez went for the exact same corner.
Yeah, pretty much exactly the same position as well. Deep in that left-hand corner, but Marcus read it well. Couple of steps to his left and then dived low to save.
There he's through. He's onside. No, he's not.
No, he's off.
That would have been 3-0. I think Marcus Gomes was ready to just start celebrating there.
Goalkeeper in no man's land as well, so that, just even it being offside, not counting towards a goal, Marcus can take a lot of data from that. He can take from that, okay, Proownez likes to move his goalkeeper quite prematurely. He likes to move him for the finesse shot. This is all things that you're going to take forward, and I wouldn't be surprised to see a goal go in like that, where Proownez in no man's land with the goalkeeper. Just from that little bit of play there, if Marcus can take that on board.
Eusebio with this throw, about just over 15 in-game minutes left in the first leg between the two. Of course, at the moment, F2 Techs against Lyrics is underway. We'll give you a score update after this game does finish, but this game's had everything, really. All the drama you needed. 2 penalties. No red cards as such. And the man from the rest of the world region, at this moment in time, you could say clutching up with a 2-0 lead. Proownez on the attack. Even a goal would help to shore this up for Proownez going into that second leg.
Looks like overlapping run. Does being offered, but he does choose to ignore it on this occasion.
Vieira. To Eusebio. Nothing comes of that one. Straight back down the other end now. It's a lovely high through ball there if he can get round. Oh, no, he can't. Alexandre, you thought maybe the touch would be too heavy for him, but these are the last 2 games of the day here in Bucharest for day number 2 of the Foot Champions November Cup, of course, presented by PlayStation. And at the moment, your semi-finals are looking like this. Joksan versus AGGE.
He's off.
SPQR Tour against Maestro. Goal Machine against Ajax. Danny.
And then the final one will be the winner of this game, Marcus or Proownez, up against either Lyrics or Tex.
Ball across the box, chance for Marcus, Gomes! 3-0!
Wow. Marcus Gomes leads 3-0 against Proownez.
And I tell you what,
there's a nation going wild right now.
I can imagine this Twitch chat right now. To be honest, Proownez, he's got a huge fan base as well, but I could just imagine this rest of the world scene. Every single player from that rest of the world scene, every single time they've said, right, or someone said, oh, you're from the rest of the world region, you're not that good. Oh, you're from the rest of the world region, maybe you're not up to scratch.
Marcus Gomes has taken all them stereotypes, got a sledgehammer, and knocked them down.
3-0 up in the first leg. And you have to say, other than that penalty, he has not put a single
foot wrong.
He has not put anything wrong. Proownez show off this game. We'll have a chat to his to Victor,
this could
as
be
you
4.
said, or someone there. It could be 4. It could be worse. And wow, what a first game this is. You don't get many players that get better and better each day. You know, some people have a bad day first day and just about pull through. He's had a good day every day.
He's got better and better as the tournament's gone on.
He's lost to Goal Machine, who's still unbeaten in this tournament. Going to be 4-0 out for a corner. Will it be a
goal kick, I believe?
A goal kick. No, a corner it's going to go for. Ronaldinho. In it goes. Courtois will save. But he's only lost 1 game, and that has been to Goal Machine. Who,
when he was 4-0, both players 4-0.
Exactly, both players were 4-0. It was a chance to go 5-0 in the groups. Added time of 3 minutes, and wow, what a first leg this has been now. Something has to change for Proownez. I can imagine how difficult the mentality will be in your head right now. How am I losing 3-0? Why am I losing 3-0? I've had a penalty. I should have scored that as well. I'm sure the whole German scene, as I said, will be behind him. Get him going again.
They'll be breaking down every single play, every single frame of this game in his mind, going over it, thinking, what could I have done better? And how am I going to turn this around in this second leg? Because right now, 3-0, Marcus Gomes does lead. That man is probably about...
Take a breath. Now, you just heard that news there, Richard.
Let's head back over to that game whenever we can, yeah.
A 3-0 lead gone.
Proownez coming out, second leg. All guns blazing, you've got to say. The German.
I asked for a wake-up call. That's more than a wake-up call. He was 3-0 down. Now he's 3-3. Wow. 55 minutes into this one. Proownez has pulled it back. And Marcus Gomes. These are the situations where you really start to doubt yourself in a game. You're 3-0 up, you're thinking, how have I just given away a 3-goal lead? The best thing to do, get yourself back up, and you need to go and get another goal. Simple as that.
Yeah, 100%. You've just got to try your best and recompose yourself. Take a pause, take some time out of the game, because you're thinking back to all the missed opportunities, all the chances where Proownez has scored. What could I have done better? Where could I have positioned my players differently in different occasions? And right now, Marcus Gomes is probably hating this right now. Hating everything about this.
Especially with his 3-0 heel-to-heel from Proownez, and a shot as well. Great save from Thibaut Courtois.
We know he's a very emotional player as well, Marcus. You see after
it's not going well,
he loses or he wins a game, usually a tweet comes up, how he felt about it. We've seen him really dejected after events before. When he's gone out in Swiss a couple of times. When we've seen him
oh my God.
It's okay, it's okay. We've seen him completely dejected after events. He's probably thinking back to the opportunities where he's gone out in events. When he's felt that loss right now, is he going back to that sort of mindset?
Hopefully not. It's so easy to do as well, and you have to say the confidence right now will be with Proownez after just proving to himself, you know what, I'm 3-0 down, I can get myself back in this. He has done that. He's back at 3-3 at the moment. Obviously, F2 Tex game, we left that at 2-0 to Tex. Hopefully we'll find out the score on that one as it gets onto the latter stages in the game. But as you can tell, Marcus Gomes just looks a little bit frustrated in the camera. We saw once or twice there, the right bottom corner of your screen on his face cam. So we don't know this guy, Melbourne City FIFA player. And there's Proownez, and that, oh, he jumped out of the seat. I could hear the Germans as well.
Thought that was a goal.
And his managers as well in the background. Here in Bucharest, I heard a big roar, I heard a big cheer. They thought that was the ultimate turnaround. And I tell you, look at that confidence now from Proownez. We didn't see this in the first game. We saw a bit of a defeated man, to be honest. As you can see how FIFA's changed. Look how animated Marcus Gomes is there. Just a basic free kick.
First leg, what was it? It was very calm. It wasn't really letting any of these decisions get the better of him. Right now, everything seems to be annoying him.
There's a first time for that. Wow.
He's just taking a minute. He's just calming himself down.
Still 3-3. It's still 0-0 as such.
Yeah, the manager is shouting. It's 0-0. It's 0-0 right now.
And if you have to go to extra time, you can as well, Marcus.
He's in behind.
Proownez with Cristiano Ronaldo. We know he's got that flair side to his game as well as Proownez. Oh, the skills are out. They're all flowing to the back post. Eusebio, what a turnaround! Look at the celebration as well.
He's absolutely sold him so well, has Proownez. You saw the move inside, the skill move inside, and then just look at this. We're not going to see it right now because he's paused it. He played it to the back post. I'll explain it for you. He played it to Eusebio at the back post. He was expecting the shot across the goal straight away, so Marcus moved. It took maybe half a second. He waited for Marcus to pull his player back across, and then he just rifled it into the top left corner. That is what you call a comeback.
An incredible comeback in a game that is so important as well. We're talking about a prize pot jump up. We're talking about a points jump up as well. And, of course, making it to the last four of your console, I should say, on the Xbox side of things. Marcus Gomes, he's going to be disappointed in himself.
Yeah, he will. But as it stands, Proownez versus Tex is a rematch of the Swiss-style match that happened.
And it's two skillers as well.
Where Proownez came out on top.
It does, but we have seen how
rematches never seem to go the way.
Joksan up against Rastarata earlier today. Obviously, Rastarata beat Joksan in Swiss style. They played again today. Joksan won 6 goals to 3. Then, of course, Joksan went all the way through to make it to the semi-finals tomorrow up against AGGE. And to repeat that one again, obviously, Joksan, AGGE, SPQR Tour up against Maestro, obviously Vitality Maestro, Goal Machine from Team Rogue, and then Ajax Danny up against each other there. And then the last game, at this moment in time, if the score's still the same in F2 Tex and the score stays like this in this one, Proownez against F2 Tex. What a last 8 we have got.
Yeah, fantastic. Last 8, potentially in the semi-finals on each console. Wow. This is special.
Marcus Gomes, 14 minutes to keep yourself in Foot Champs Cup 1 November here in Bucharest. Send yourself to extra time. Someone could be a hero for this man. Alternatively, maybe the game is gone. Maybe it's all over now in Marcus's head, and Proownez is just so confident now. The important thing is now, Proownez, the game is not over yet. Stay switched on. You turned it around. You scored 4 great goals, but this is certainly not over yet. Ronaldo.
Yeah, lovely little scoop turn there as it came into Ronaldo, but Proownez just got bodies in the way.
Ronaldinho. This is a little bit better for Marcus. There's the half turn R9. Intercepted by Vieira and all the way back to Maldini, and now it's with Ronaldo.
Where's that going to bounce? Bounces back up for Proownez. Seems as though all the 50-50s are going his way right now. The tide of this game is...
Don't rush it, Marcus. Slow it down, Proownez.
Quick turn.
It's funny how competitive FIFA can go. Sometimes you can be 3-0 up, but as you said, Richard, it's a weird scoreline, 3-0.
Oh, he turned back. He knew. Look at Marcus.
He's saying that. That's my chance. I could have been through there. 5 minutes left.
Marcus scored a late goal to win the game against Joey.
Look at that. He's delayed it there.
In the round of 16, he needs a late goal to keep his tournament alive against Proownez in the quarterfinal.
The German, you have to give a lot of credit to him as well. At 3-0, you're thinking, really, is there a way back? Is there any hope for him? And he's proved everyone wrong. Scored 4 goals, 4-3 up on aggregate, or is there one more twist? Ronaldinho back to R9 with a chip out for a corner.
Wow, this is drama right now.
A big gasp of air from Marcus Gomes.
The highest caliber.
In comes the corner. You can just see, just trying to control Couture as well, Proownez. Will he take him out to win it? Or are you going to whip it straight into the box?
He's in front. Oh.
Cristiano Ronaldo, he thought he's nearly in front of him. And Proownez there just takes a minute just to relax and say, right, this is in my hands now to lose. This is my game to throw away. You're 1 goal in front, added time at 2 minutes. One more attack, surely it's game over, Richard, and what a comeback this is for Proownez.
Hold the phone.
Hold that phone. Ronaldinho, through to R9. Marcus Gomes! What a turnaround! Do not write off this man.
It's not over till it's over. 20 seconds on the clock and Marcus Gomes is taking us to extra time.
What a game in Bucharest. I can only imagine how insane this Twitch chat is going right now. Marcus Gomes, they thought it was over. 3-0 up. He threw it away. He was 4-3 down.
He had 2 in-game minutes, Proownez, to keep hold of the ball. I tell you what, if Marcus Gomes scores a winner, it's not going to happen right now.
I said it was his game to lose, Richard. I said it was Proownez' game to lose.
He's had one shot on target.
1 shot on target.
This has been so Proownez heavy this second leg. He's had 1 shot on target, and it was in the 92nd minute, and he scored it.
But that is because he had men forward. He had like 2 or 3 men forward there, Richard.
My chair's falling apart.
Gomes. What a moment. It's great to get moments like that again in the competitive scene. Marcus Gomes, I think he's out of breath still. He's just like on a bridge to say, right, wow, all right. I've thrown away a 3-0 lead, and I've nearly just thrown away a quarter-final tie for me, all right? But don't give up on me. I like scoring late goals. Scored one against AGGE, Joey, to send him through to this stage, and he's just scored a late one to send him into extra time. Proownez, that was your game to win. That was your game to win.
We talk about momentum. This is what this game is all about. Right now, Proownez have just won that match 4-1, and the person going into extra time, full of confidence, is Marcus Gomes. He had 1 shot on target, and it was in the 92nd. You can't write it. You cannot write this sort of drama. This is poetry. Shakespeare would have been proud of this.
Well, here we go then. Extra time. Have I just noticed that Proownez got a Kilmarnock badge? Obviously,
big fan.
The Scottish team. Of course, he does play for the Focus clan. And right now, as I said, they've got a lot of support behind him. They'll be thinking, what have you done? Just keep the ball, Proownez. You would have won that game. It was in the dying moments of added time of 2 minutes. However, we're now in extra time. Marcus Gomes in that black strip from left to right. And that kind of light blue strip from Proownez from right to left. Marcus Gomes, R9, with the chance to win the goal! You said about the confidence switch. 93 minutes on the clock. And now the tables have turned.
You cannot write it. You honestly cannot write this. He saved the game with the skin under his teeth. And right now he's come out in extra time. Flying. Good finish from R9. Up and over the goalkeeper. Courtois took a step to his left.
Went to the left.
Cannot do anything about it. And Proownez is back against the wall once again.
And is this when the attitude or that mentality from game number 1 starts to creep back in for Proownez? Needs a goal to send us to penalties. Again, this is still a long time in this game, but Marcus Gomes. Bear in mind, he was 4-0 down in that game.
4-0 down.
4-0 down.
And
gave up a 3-goal lead to the back post. Marcus Gomes inside. No, what a chance for him.
Just overplayed it slightly. You've got to shoot there. When you play it to the back post, he could be getting punished for it.
That's the chance that's going to punish you, Marcus. Straight down the other end. Proownez, great touch from Messi. Lovely ball. Neymar Jr. save. No. Nearly on the rebound for R9. Ronaldo straight down the other end. And if you're a neutral, what a game this is and an advocate for FIFA esports.
Yeah, end-to-end FIFA right now. Proownez comes back again, up against Marcus. Ronaldo.
Cut inside. He wants that finesse.
Love a bit of elastico.
There it is. There's a shot. Just stun the gloves of Courtois. Calm it down. I'm sure that all his fans will be saying, Marcus Gomes, just calm it down.
His heart rate right now, both of these players, probably going 3 times the amount that they usually are.
Proownez, you've got this. You've got one more chance and you could get yourself that equaliser there. This game is so tight between these two, and whatever happens, they do deserve huge amounts of credit for getting this far to the final 8 on their console. Out of the whole world, you have to say, from that qualifier, everyone that took part and got involved in the November one. Added time at 2 minutes. We know what added time can bring. Late goals and drama, as we've seen in this game. Proownez on the attack with Hullet. Ronaldo to Neymar. It's a chance for him. Just been
free kick
at the back. A free kick again. A silly one given away by Marcus. Alexandro stepping over it. R9 will just dummy it. Played short. Hit it with Messi. Once on that left foot, we'll go for it again on the finesse. Ooh, I thought it was in.
Just past the post from Proownez. And I think is that Tex and Lyrics walking past? Is that a full-time score right there? We just saw him in the back of the camera. I think we just saw Tex walking across there.
I'm guessing as this is an extra time, that could be full-time in that one. We will give you an update when we hear about that one. Marcus Gomes against Proownez, though, is in extra time. And if we thought the penalty shootout was good against, obviously, Maestro.
And Dr. Arnold.
Yeah, we thought that was a good game. If we thought the upset of the 8-2 Phil B against Stranger was a good game. If we thought the Andoni PM beating against the 5-0 Alabama was a good game. They're getting better and better, these games. Better and better. And we've still got a full day of action to come tomorrow. But right now, we need to find out, potentially, who is the last spot in the semi-finals. It could be, obviously, F2 Tex or Lyrics already in there. And we're waiting for someone to make these changes. I think it's Marcus Gomes' changes we're not seeing right now. We're see Proownez, I believe we're looking at his team.
This is the screen we're looking at. Yeah, we're looking at Proownez' screen. So Marcus Gomes making a couple of changes, probably knocking down the depth all the way to the bottom, probably the width all the way to the bottom.
And probably giving the biggest team talk in his FIFA career so far.
It's a mental team talk. Marcus,
15 in-game
just
minutes.
Stay calm. That's probably about 90 seconds of real life time.
A bit longer. Two minutes, roughly. About two-ish minutes, 15 minutes in-game time. It's a long time. And Tex is through. We can confirm 3-1 winner on aggregate. The UK FIFA player and the man that did so well in Barcelona last year has got himself through to the semi-finals in the last 4 on Xbox with a 3-1 win. F2 Tex, we just said, is through against Lyrics. Commiserations to Lyrics, but once again,
Great tournament.
A great tournament for him and a great outing so early on in his FIFA career. Again, he's a free agent and he's got points on the board.
Yeah, a lot of eyes probably on this tournament, so it helps Lyrics. His future.
Henry! And look at that, a big yes to the camera for Marcus Gomes.
Such a well-worked goal from Thierry Henry. The little drag back and then the acceleration forward made the goal. So nice to watch from Marcus Gomes. And that puts his goal cushion back to 2 with 10 minutes left to play.
And I'm sure
he's got 1 sub left. He's got 2 bronze players with that Kante and Rio Ferdinand on the bench.
Formation change it will look like it will have to be, but yeah, on the subs wise, Richard, that's why some people will just put 3 subs on that bench, or someone will just go for a stat bench. Everyone has their own superstitions.
There's constant pressure, players in box.
We like to see this though. The last person we think of this is Sian for Red Bull Leipzig last year. If it's not going well, get that pressure up. I know the stats say a completely different story here, don't get me wrong.
It was the first leg.
It was.
You're playing a 2-leg game. You can't look at the stats of the second leg.
This isn't just, as I said, this isn't just a single-legged game. The first game was a 3-0 advantage to Marcus Gomes. We jumped into this one 55th minute-ish, and it was 3-all on aggregate. Then Proownez scored, and then in the dying moments, Richard, the dying moments, Marcus Gomes pulled out a huge goal. And you know what? Now he finds himself up.
Yeah, he finds himself in cruise control right now. In the driver's seat, 6 goals to 4, he does lead.
It's a shame for Proownez after what could have been one of the most amazing comebacks ever for him. 3-0 down, nearly won 4-3. It was in his hands. You have to look back and say one of those shells moments again. You know, a complete different game. There's a finesse, there's a goal back. Okay, there's a goal back.
Don't write him out yet.
There's time.
And Marcus, he can see, he knows this game is far from over. What do I always say? You always get one more chance. One more chance at glory. And if Proownez can take that glory with both hands and capitalise on it, we're in for a penalty shootout.
And this is the mental side of being a competitive pro that people do not see. These two are, you have to say, are literally just a battle right now. I'm going to score, you're going to score. The mental side of this game, to make changes all the time, to change your play style. The pressure these guys are probably feeling right now with the prize money up for grabs. I'm sure right now Marcus Gomes is creeping into his head, right?
Just keep hold of the ball, just play it safe.
Sometimes you can overplay, you can worry too much.
What would my coaches be saying? What would Will be saying right now? How would I be breaking this game down with 6 minutes left on the clock?
Look at the press as well from Proownez there. He's hungry and he sees that ball, needs one more chance, as you said, Richard, one more chance I'm sure he will get, but the worst thing that Marcus can do right now is give away the ball and panic too much on it. Get it away.
This is not where you want to be keeping the ball. And he's going to get that chance. This is it.
Get it. This is Proownez now. From the Focus clan. Ronaldo to Vieira. Back to Messi on the left foot! What hasn't this game delivered? Please, someone tell me. 6-6 on aggregate.
Marcus
2 games
Gomes,
of FIFA.
don't know if he can do his laugh.
Extra time.
He's got no more emotions. Both these players are emotionally drained. They're emotionally spent. My headset is falling off in the commentary booth.
Rich, when situations like this occur, mate, there's only one thing you can do. A penalty shootout, which, unless there's one more chance, maybe.
Marcus Gomes is going to get kick-off. He's going to have an opportunity to work something.
And maybe work one more chance. Or it's going to be a penalty shootout to decide this game and decide who plays against F2 Techs as we head into tomorrow. But hopefully everyone that is still in this stream, still enjoying, of course, the first major tournament of the Global Series has just seen what...
Let's just talk about the goal for a second as well.
This has been.
To have the composure, to be able to not shoot first time. How many times do you have first time finesse? That is the way to score this year. He moved it from his right onto his left for Messi and just fired it into the top left corner with the finesse shot. Messi proving why he's one of the best players on the game. And right now, Marcus Gomes has got 2 added minutes to win this match.
The referee
he's indicated.
2 minutes added time. Marcus Gomes loves an added time goal. Will he get it now? Cruyff.
He's running out of time.
He's gone back, maybe too far.
That's it.
Oh, he's gone back too far, and it's going to be a penalty shootout, Richard. Proownez against Marcus Gomes.
Marcus stepping up first with Thierry Henry.
Which way will he go? Goes right, and he'll score.
Can Proownez match that? Neymar stepping up to the spot. Which way is he going to go? Straight down the middle, 1-1.
If you have just joined, this has gone past the 2 legs, past extra time as well. We find ourselves in a penalty shootout to get yourself a semi-final place. Marcus Gomes steps up, goes left, and it's saved.
Yeah, real good save from Proownez. Can he capitalise on that opportunity?
Saved.
No, he cannot. We're back at 1-1.
Back at 1-1, all square again. Marcus Gomes just double-checking, looking at his controller right now. Ronaldinho goes left.
Yeah, good penalty. Slotted past the goalkeeper, sent him the wrong way. R9 stepping up for Proownez. Good penalty, open up his body.
Looked like he just shimmied to go one way, did Courtois. Both keepers using Courtois as well. He's 6'6", tall as well. Up steps Marcus Gomes, which way he goes left again. He loves that way, doesn't he? It's a guessing game, penalties.
I can see this being a long, drawn-out penalty shootout. CR7 steps up and scores.
Marcus Gomes with rude hullet now. We saw a very long penalty shootout from Dr. Hano earlier on, and Maestro, which way goes? Right, save by Proownez.
Big save. If Proownez scores, he wins.
Save! What a save, Marcus Gomes!
Sudden death!
We're in sudden death. We're into the end here. If this game couldn't go any further, Marcus Gomes goes down the middle. It's saved. He may have just lost this one.
Proownez scores.
To win it.
He wins.
To get to the semis. He will save! Again!
Alexandro stepping up to the spot for Marcus Gomes.
Hasn't this game delivered right now? Alexandro, which way is going to go? Left! He loves the left. Scores every time.
Has to score to stay in the game. If he saves,
this,
he wins.
Gomes, you're through. Oh my God, Marcus Gomes is into the semi-finals. Proownez hits the post. He could not do anything else there. And it may have just hit Marcus Gomes. What a huge statement he has made for not just his country, for his region in competitive FIFA. He's in shock. We're in shock. What a game of competitive FIFA here in Bucharest.
He will play for himself. He will play for his club, Melbourne City. He will play for his country. And he's brought it home. Proownez, what a comeback, my friend. Unbelievable FIFA match. Maybe the best match we've seen on FIFA 19. But the winner and taking on F2 Techs in the semi-final is Melbourne City, Marcus Gomes.
What an incredible game. Look, Marcus could just look at that screen and say, what have I just been in? What game have I just been on there? Proownez, give this man some credit. An incredible FIFA player. The German player that was left in this competition at this stage. Unfortunately, there won't be a German going through to the semis tomorrow, but Proownez there. What a game. He was 3-0 down in the first game, Richard. We came back, he made it 3-3. He was a minute, he was seconds away from winning that game in the second leg.
There should have been a camera in this commentary booth because